we are again, and again, it's Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. I am Joy Ruffin. I am a leadership and signature style specialist, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. But as the young kids say today, and I'm a happy senior, who cares? What you care about is what's happening today. Who's your featured guest speaker today? Well, you're in for a treat because the work that I do is supporting women to step into their divineness, the divine masculine and the feminine, because we both have that in our gender, regardless to the sex. But AI is on the forefront of everything that we're doing today. And my featured guest speaker, oh my goodness, I met her in one of the great groups that I belong to. I love this group. I love this community. And she embraced me with open arms. And then when I found out and discovered what she really does, ooh, the floodgates opened in the best way. Our featured guest speaker today is Suzanne. Her middle name is Michelle Luke, L-U-K-E, a nice, easy name to pronounce. Michelle, or Suzanne, I should say, is a co-founder of AEO Mom Boss. Now, most of you know that I'm not overly fond of that word, but I like the way she's using it because moms are bosses. She's a published author of the Journal of Alchemy workshop and creator of the Moms and AI Summit. Woo! She's all about empowering hard-led entrepreneurials to simplify tech and turn their passion with AI into profit. She's a visionary, as I am, a mentor and a poetic thinker. There's so much more about Suzanne because she started something called the founder of 100 for Trees. We'll talk about that towards the end. But for now, you know what the assignment is. You sit back, you relax, you grab whatever makes you comfortable, and you help me welcome our featured guest speaker, Suzanne Luke. Suzanne, as they say in the movies, come on up, or is it on the telly?
Hey, wow, that was an intro. Thank you so much, Joy.
Well, that intro was all about you, my lady, all about you. And you know, we have a admiration society here because the work that you do excites me. It thrills me because tech is not my wheelhouse, but I love it. So I'm here to learn a little bit more about you. I know that you have it as AEO Mom Boss. Tell us how you came to that name.
Oh, thank you. That's a great question. So AEO Mom Boss, and here I'll move over a little bit right there. So I kind of agree with you, Joy. I was not crazy about the word boss, and I was looking for names for my software, and it all just kind of happened. And I was a single mom for about 10 years. I'm not anymore, but I was. Mm-hmm. And I realized the heavy load, if you will, that comes with running your business and being a parent. And I know there's a lot of parents out there who sometimes feel like a single parent, even though they're with somebody. So it's more about the feeling and that overwhelm. And when you run your own business, you don't stop being a mom. And whenever you are a mom, you still kind of in your business mind sometimes. And so that's sort of how the name came about. Sorry, I'm trying to switch I don't know which direction here, but and AEO is actually for AI optimization. And so that's kind of one of the specialties that I have with my products and what I do for people.
Well, I love it. I mean, all kidding aside, I don't want you to take that as a dig or whatever, because it fits what you're doing. Boss, mom, boss, however you want to label it, because moms are the bedrock and they do everything. I get that. And then that at the time you were a single mom, that makes it more impactful. Let's talk a little bit about, though, how did you come to get immersed in, completely consumed, which is what immersed means, by AI and technology? When did that come about?
Great question. So I saw AI coming, and we were talking about this beforehand. This is my surfboard back here. So I kind of think of this, I compare it to like a wave. You see a wave coming and you're not going to stop it. And you might as well get on it and have fun and surf it. We can look back at many examples throughout history where evolution happens, whether it be in the spiritual realm, whether it's going to be in technology, in religion, in, medicine. It's in all the fields right now, if you look at it. And anything that touches so many different industries and fields, it really behooves you to pay attention to it. So as I saw this coming, I thought you better jump on and ride the wave and learn as much as you can, because you need to know it as somebody who is in technology. And then there's going to be people who need to be helped through the process to understand it. And mainly, actually, I thought it was going to be like more the younger generation. It's actually every generation now, I've noticed. So as you know, I mean, I know you say you're not, super techie savvy, but you are. I mean, look what you're doing. So you can see it touches everyone. And I wanted to be a part of that. And I loved it. And I started having fun with it. And I was like, holy cow, I got to keep going. So, and here we are.
Well, and here we are. And your explanation was so on point, because Suzanne, the analogy that you used is so fitting, because you made the analogy between the wave surfing and what's coming in, and how if you want to be a part of it, you have to ride the wave. And most people who are visionaries and front runners were able to foresee what's happening now with AI. And you were able to and you ended with what I love. And I'm involved with another group. You wanted to have fun, and you did find a way to have fun with it. So that in itself speaks volume. So how are you applying this AI for moms? And I also like what you ended with, generational, because between my team and I've grown so much in the past couple of years with them, because they have helped me to understand more about this technology. But what do you mean about AI for moms, and how are you supporting them to broaden their horizons and ride the wave, so to speak?
Yeah, that's a great question. I believe that it's like we said earlier. You said it very well. You said moms are the bedrock of the family. They really are the foundation. And I do. I agree with you on that, because we all know what happens when there's a really good, solid foundation, and we also know when the opposite happens.
Absolutely.
So if you are balancing your business and you're being a mom, I guarantee you one of the thoughts that's running through your head is, am I too busy that I can't even be present for my kids? And that's a thought that I had. And I know I'm not the only one who had that. And I wanted to create a solution for that, because I believe you can have both. I don't think you have to choose. I don't think you have to sell your soul. I don't think you have to make a trade-off. I think you can have both. As a matter of fact, I believe that's how we used to live. People integrated their work with family, and a lot of ancient cultures did that. So there is a formula for it. And I wanted to simplify the tech, because you should not get stuck because of tech. I don't think tech is supposed to help you out. If you're getting stuck because of it, I'm the person you call. Let me come and help and get you unstuck. Because AI, especially AI, is so much more intuitive than it used to be. It's getting so good at somewhat, and some people may think this is kind of freaky, but it's intuitively knowing what you want, and it tries to help you out. So it's not like you're having to code everything like we used to, and put pieces together with duct tape, like all these software talk together, which we still kind of have to do in some ways. But AI is much more like, hey, did you mean this? Were you looking for this? And it's being set up in a way so it's almost like a cell phone. When you get a smartphone, you don't get directions with it. You just figure it out as you go. And that's how all the technology is becoming now. Figure it out as you go, because that shouldn't be the thing that stops you.
I don't know, Suzanne. I don't know about that. Figure it out as you do. It sounds good, though.
You've done a great job, Joy.
I futzed around with my cell phone for a lot of years and time there up until now. But let's go back to the basics. And thank you. That was a good explanation. You mentioned something that's endearing to me. And it's not because I'm a happy senior. It's because it's needed. Much of the old, throw it away. It's pure dreck, and we cannot utilize it anymore. But you mentioned one of my favorite words, the foundational base. And when you mentioned it and applied it to the family structure, that warmed my heartbeat, because you mentioned the word balance and how you can get unstuck with adhering more to blending the family together, even though technology is becoming so big now. So Tell us a little bit, because you shared this with me once and it stuck in my noodle. How are you doing that with your kids? And how did you do that? Because that family connection and that foundational structure, that unity, is still major. And in many families, I'm not a negative person, it's no longer there. So what did you do, and what are you doing to keep it adherent and pliable for today's technology?
Oh, I love that question. That's great. So I'm going to start off by saying I am no expert on, like, I'm a parent. I make mistakes, all brand new ones from the ones my parents made. So I'm going to start off with that. But, I'm also going to say I live and learn. So there's things that we do and we go, hey, that didn't work. I think we should try something different. And one of the reasons that I actually got into tech was because I knew what was coming. Also the wave that was coming was the digital wave, where kids are growing up with digital products, and it's here, and you can try to keep them off all you want. My belief is you teach them how to use it responsibly, and because you're not going to stop it, unfortunately. So let's use it, not be used by it. And I got into technology so that I could understand them, and I wasn't going to get lost. I could always hang with them in that way, at least. That's the hope, at least. The other thing is there's things that have worked and stood the test of time that you shouldn't mess with, I don't think. And one of those things is talking to one another face to face and just free flowing it. And what usually has to happen, because it's kind of, sometimes it's kind of bumpy when you first start hanging out with somebody. You have to actually give it time, and then the conversation starts to free flow, and before you know it, you've got this really great vibe going. And our time of doing that is during dinner, and we don't do it every night. We don't do it every single meal, but we try to at least 3 days a week to have a meal. No one's on devices, and everyone's sitting there. And excuse me, sorry, I'm going to leak a little. I have allergies. Sorry.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, good. Thank you. So we try to have a time. Yeah, it is right now. It's
Don't worry. Keep going.
Thank you. So we set aside that time, and it may be a great conversation. It may fall flat on its face and be a bunch of silence, but you have to give it the opportunity. And so don't judge it. It's okay. It's kind of like meditation. If you don't go in there with an expectation, you're going to be amazed what happens when you just go into the space of that. And that's what we do. We set up the space of like, okay, dinner time. If somebody's going to say something, here we go. We're here. Everyone's listening. Anybody want to say anything? And a lot of times it'll just organically start flowing. You have these great times. So I think there's a fusion of, the older, I guess you would say, like more traditional ways. There's a fusion of that and the modern that we can find. Love that.
Suzanne, because you're using verbiage that I love. I'm a wordsmith in my fashion. You said you want it to be free flowing, and you're learning, you want everyone and all of us to learn how to hang with them. That's your generation. And I love the verbiage. It fits. But you spoke to something too about getting unstuck and getting more in alignment with what's now, and learning how to discuss and have intimacy and free-flowing conversations with your friends, family, and so on. But I want to come back to something that you spoke to, and thank you for that answer and what you gave us, because you're spot on. I'm going to take a quick little break here, because I want to come back and speak to what you gave me, what resonated with me, and if it resonated with me, it resonated with others. AI is becoming more intuitive. I mean, that's a biggie. So let's talk to that and how you're applying that through simplicity, through AI. That's what we're going to talk about when I come back. So hold tight. And thank you. You're really giving us golden nuggets here. Friends, Eagles, you know that I've labeled all of you out there who tune in from time to time. And thank you, Joey, for being a part of this great community. And this is Leading Lady Leading Legacies. And it's a group where, and Joey, that means that you have a jet somewhere or a lady somewhere that you can invite to join this group, because we're all about building a community. We're all about your vision, the mission, and the purpose that you came here with, and sharing it with others. You are the eagles, the front runners, the pioneers, the visionaries. So you're being called to step up and to step into the limelight, to share your wisdom and love, always and love with others. And this is a group that I met the fabulous Suzanne in. It's called The Great Discovery. And if you're not there, you have an invitation here to peek in every weeknight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and see what it's like and see if it's something that would appeal to you so that it can become a part of your family structure, so to speak, because we're all about family, community, and relationships. And take a look here at Suzanne's graphic. She's offering you a great opportunity here. Take a screenshot, take a snapshot, and make sure that you connect with her, because this lady knows her stuff. Now, that's my terminology, but she'll be able to guide you and support you in opening up to all the really genius things that are happening within AI and the technology that's available to all of us. So that's why I'm going back to Suzanne, and I want to talk about AI intuitive intelligence. Talk to us a little bit about that, because that's what we all need to hear a little bit more about. The stage is yours.
Sure. This is great, Joy. I just want to say thank you so much for having me. When you were doing that whole thing, I just all of a sudden I had this feeling of like, oh, I'm so happy to be here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So AI and intuitive. Yeah. So a lot of people would call this creepy and cool all at the same time. We live in a really fast pace, and we don't want to, men get the bad end of the stick on this. They say, well, men don't read directions. And men are like, well, I can figure it out. I don't have time to read that. But we're all kind of like that now. So I don't think we can say that about them. And that's kind of, and I say that sort of like joking, but that's sort of the mentality. We are inundated with information coming at us like a barrage from everywhere. And there's only so much scientifically, we've studied this, there's only so much the brain can process. And when you have a heavy cognitive load on it, it's like, I don't want to do that. Immediately, it's like, that's hard. I want to do that. We're going to take the path of least resistance. And so anyone who is creating technology knows that. And so the smoother and the more simplified you can make it, the more people will use it. And that's really the basis of it. And then if you take it a step further, when you simplify things, because I believe simplicity is really what we need to go for. It's not easy, but simplicity is truly an amazing thing. The more simple we can keep things, there seems to be more peace that goes along with that also. And you have more space to let your personal message and your purpose to shine and to get out, and that creativity to flow. And who doesn't love being in that space?
Ooh, Suzanne, you use terminology here that I'm embracing for this reason. You said we're living in this fast-paced society where information overload, blah, 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 and on and on. And it's what I use, only I say it's that we're in the Insta society. We want things yesterday. We don't have time to wait for anything today. It's the same thing that you were saying in different verbiage, but how you related and tied it into the simplicity through A&I is what I find genius, because that's what you are talking about, as I understood it, when we talk about AI being intuitive and having it be a free-flowing entity for us. So let's talk and tie that in. How does that tie in and relate to digital detox?
Oh, yeah, that's great. Okay, so there's also a balance here. Now, I know there's some people would say there is no balance, and a part of me completely agrees with that. But we can try, and we can kind of ebb and flow and go back and forth. And it literally is, it's back to the surfboard again. When you ride the wave, you're moving on the surfboard while you're on the wave. You're interacting with it to balance so that you don't fall off, but you're constantly moving. There's no like one set point really. And I hope there's no surfers out there. They're like, oh my gosh, she's so wrong. But you can tell me in the comments, it's okay. That's my experience as Joey pushes me on the surfboard while a wave's coming. That's my surfing. But anyways, so I'm sorry, I lost track. I was talking about surfing
digital detox. Digital detox.
Right.
I do it all the time, okay. Suzanne. I just keep going. It happens all the time.
Thank you.
There's so much up here.
Much. Okay, so digital detox. I think there is a balance because, like for me, I love what I do. So I'm behind a screen a lot. Now, I know from a biological standpoint, you really shouldn't do that to your body all the time. And you need to get out and have, the sunlight has to hit your skin. You probably should walk on some grass and do some grounding. Personally, I go as far as hugging a tree, and there's a balance that needs to happen where you completely step away from it for a little while. Now, you can do the research and find all kinds of stuff out there that tells you time frames of, like it takes days of not checking a computer before you actually start relaxing. Well, we don't all have three days where we can go do that. And I know for me as a mom that was not an option. So what can you do? So you can do like micro digital detoxes where you are sitting here behind the computer, but after a set time that you have on your timer, whatever you want it to be, you get out and you go for a 20-minute walk. You like it or not, make yourself do it. And I know I sound a little David Goggins here. No excuses. Get up, go do it. Your body likes that, especially if the sun is shining and you're in a beautiful place. Nature has a way of just resetting you and putting you in a beautiful frequency, just easy like that. It just eases you right into it, and you don't even realize happening. I mean, how many times have we come back from being outside and we're like, wow, it's a beautiful day out there. You're just so overwhelmed by it. And that's what I mean. It will heal you. It will recharge you, reset you. And so I think those are very important things to remember as we come into this age where we are on computers for an extended period of time to get a project done, or having fun on it even, or communicating with other people, like this wonderful podcast you're doing right here, this show that you have. I mean, we couldn't do this a few years ago. This is really a cool thing. This is a great thing. We don't want to lose it. But I know how much time I know how much time you put into this, Joy, and it's tough for people to understand unless they've done it. This is a lot of hours of your time that you're spending doing this on a screen, learning tech, dealing with the bugs and the gremlins that come with it that take time and time and time. So I get it. We have to have that balance,
Well, I've come to, Suzanne, and you'll love this because you can laugh and joke as much as I'm very serious. And I love it. I have a great sense of humor. I've come to love the gremlins.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They teach you so much. But the way that you express and explain to us what you just did about digital detox and riding the wave, which you started off with, and then how important grounding is, and how we all have to find our way of resetting and read everything so that we can get more into the essence and the core of who we are. That's what I'm about. And that's what you're about in a different way. And I love that you are. But the time flies here. And I know that you're passionate and full of this love for what you do with AI and being a boss mom boss, and all of that. But how did you get into the nature thing, the biohacking and AI? How did that come about? Because, by the way, I never told you, but I love trees. I love trees. I can hug a tree like 1, 2, 3. So how did that come about?
Well, I'm like you. I love trees. I love them. Yes, this is so cool. It's hard. It's hard. I'm so happy to meet a fellow tree lover, tree hugger.
Yeah. And I don't know how to sugarcoat brown nose and all that stuff. I'm telling you what's real for me. I've always loved trees, not even understanding why. So when I read that you were into this 100 plus tree thing, I said, wow, I got to find out more. So tell us more about that.
Oh, thank you so much for asking that question. So I love trees. I also love running most days. And I was trying to figure out a way, how do I fuse these two things together? And I started something called 100 for Trees. And I decided to run 100 miles to raise awareness for trees and funds for trees. And I was doing that with the help of Joey, thank goodness. And I was doing it once a month. And then I did a couple of times, I did it all in one day. And it was an adventure, and that's a whole nother thing. But now I do it over a whole month again, but it's about 5 or 6 miles every day. And I just do that as many days in a row as I can. It really keeps me connected to what I was just speaking to earlier, like digital detox. But yet there's something that I have a hard time putting into words, to be 100% honest. There's something about seeing trees, and I know you get this, Joy. I can tell by the way you were talking. I just feel this connection to them, and just hug them, and I want to help them, and I want to thank them. And I know that they communicate through their, through their root systems. We've proven that. I think there's going to be even more science that comes out that proves that they are so powerful and really important to the ecosystem of us as human beings, not just even looking at it from an environmental level. There is a frequency and a spiritual thing that I believe is very important. And I'll share this one little fact that I learned.
Please.
When birds chirp in the morning, there's actually a pitch that they're in, a frequency that their chirps make. And it tells the trees, oh, hey, we need to start photosynthesis. It's time to start photosynthesis. They pick up on that frequency. So, I mean, little things like little nuggets like that we keep finding out. They're even using AI to interpret a tree's communication to you. Joey just sent me a video on that the other day. A college in a university in Scotland, I think it was doing it, or England. I'll see if I can find it and send it to you, Joy, now that I know you're
a
tree lover. But yeah, we're finding out so much.
Oh my goodness. And thank you for sharing that, because sometimes I do and feel and say things that I'm not even aware of. And when my hubby and I got married, I wanted to get married under the angel tree in South Carolina, the oldest tree there. So don't ask me why. I have no explanation for it that makes sense, but it made sense to me. That's all that mattered at the time. Suzanne, the work that you're doing is phenomenal. I mean, what you are doing for each generation, as far as AI, which is the wave now, it's way out in the stratosphere, but what you're doing for it is phenomenal. Tell us what you want people to walk away with. What do you want to leave men, women, and children with that will be impactful in their lives as we all move forward? What is it about AI that you want to leave us as something to partake of?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, Joy. Okay. Okay. This is to your audience. You are an amazing creator, and you can create and you can build anything you can dream of. And AI is here to help you do that. If no one else believes in you, I want you to know I believe in you, and I believe in your dreams, and go out there and follow that passion and go for it. Go big and let AI help you.
Oh my goodness, I love that. And thank you for that, because that's so spot on. I'm going to ask my engineer to put up your graphic one more time. And when she puts up the graphic, I want you to tell us a little bit more about what's offered in that graphic and what people can expect when they connect with you. So engineer, if you can put up her graphic here. Suzanne, share with us what you're offering in this free guide to transform chaos. And that's one of my favorite words of late, into harmony. No tech overwhelm. So share with us a little bit about what you're offering those who are going to connect with you, so that you can share with them much of your wisdom, love, and knowledge.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for that opportunity. So this was, okay, as I told you, I was a single mom for 10 years. There was plenty of chaos in there. And this, and it's also, like I say, I'm a work in progress too, but there's some things that I learned that worked. And it wasn't like me figuring it out. It was me standing on the shoulders of other people who had figured it out, and then using it and putting it into action consistently. And that's what I tried to share in there, those things that worked.
Well, I think you're doing a great job, and I'm honored that you would come and spend this time with us. Suzanne, my engineer is going to slip you into the green room, but thank you so much. I just love the work you do. I'll be in touch.
Thank you for the work you do.
Oh, bless you. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Friends, Eagles, my League of Eagles, you are here to grow, to evolve into all the essence, the best, the core of you, and to share it with other people. And if you're loving AI and yet not quite sure, this is someone you want to connect with, because she is full of AI information, knowledge, and wisdom that she's open to sharing with you. And you know what the ending is here always. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, be and stay well. Look after you first, so that you can look after all the others who are in need of the love and inspiration that you're offering. You are the visionaries, the front runners, the trailblazers, and I'm honored to be one of your many guides. So until the next time, and we'll be back with you soon, enjoy this lovely rest of the week and the weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday. And until we do connect, all the best and much love from my heart to yours. Cheers.